Hi, my friends. Let's have an honest talk today. We all deal with fear. Fear of failing, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown, fear of losing what we love. It's something we all carry with us. And if you're watching this, maybe there's a fear that's been holding you back. Maybe it's stopping you from doing something you've dreamed of, or it's keeping you up at night with endless what-ifs. I want to tell you something right now. Fear is not your enemy. It's just a signal, a reminder that something is important to you. But fear doesn't have to control your life. Buddhism has taught me some incredible lessons about fear, and these lessons are not complicated. They're practical, they're real, and they work. Today, I'm going to share 6 Buddhist teachings that will help you face your fears and transform your life. Lesson 1. Fear is a visitor, not your identity. Think of fear like a house guest who shows up unexpectedly. It might knock loudly, or it might sneak in quietly, but it's not here to stay. The Buddha taught that everything is impermanent, including fear. It comes and it goes. Now, let's make this practical. The next time you feel afraid, pause and say this out loud. This is just a moment. It's not forever. Remind yourself that fear doesn't define you. For example, if you're afraid of starting a new project or making a life change, tell yourself, this fear is temporary, but the opportunity to grow is permanent. Lesson 2. Fear comes from holding on too tightly. Let go. Most of our fears come from attachment to outcomes, to people, or even to the idea of who we think we should be. For example, you might be scared of losing your job because you've tied your sense of worth to it. Or you're afraid of rejection because you've attached your happiness to someone's approval. Here's a practice. Take a deep breath and say to yourself, I let go of what I can't control. It's liberating. Let's say you're afraid of failing a big exam. You can't control the results, but you can control how much effort you put in today. Shift your focus from what's out of your hands to what you can do right now. Lesson 3. Meet fear in the present moment. Fear thrives when we live in the past or the future. What if I had done better? What if something bad happens tomorrow? But Buddhism teaches us that the present moment is all we truly have. When we anchor ourselves in the now, fear loses its grip. Here's how you can apply this. The next time fear takes over, stop and ground yourself. Feel your feet on the floor. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. Say to yourself, right now in this moment, I am okay. For instance, if you're anxious about an upcoming interview, focus on preparing in this moment. Don't let your mind spiral into what-ifs about the outcome. Lesson 4. Stop fighting fear. Embrace it with kindness. Here's something counterintuitive. Instead of trying to push fear away, try to welcome it. Fear is a part of you, and Buddhism teaches us to approach all parts of ourselves with compassion. Fighting fear only gives it more power. Imagine your fear is a small child who is scared and crying. Would you yell at the child or push them away? No, you'd comfort them. Do the same for yourself. When fear shows up, say, I see you. I understand why you're here. It's okay. For example, if you're scared of public speaking, instead of saying, I shouldn't feel this way, say, it's okay to feel nervous. I'm human, and I'm going to do my best. Lesson 5. Courage is taking small steps, not waiting for fear to disappear. Here's the truth. Fear doesn't just vanish. But that's okay because courage isn't about being fearless. Courage is about taking action even when you're scared. The Buddha said, a jug fills drop by drop. In other words, progress happens one small step at a time. Think about something you've been too scared to start. Maybe it's applying for a job, reaching out to someone, or pursuing a dream. You don't have to do it all at once. Just take one small step today. Say to yourself, I don't have to do it perfectly. I just have to begin. Lesson 6. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Fear often comes from a lack of trust in ourselves and trust in the journey of life. But Buddhism teaches us to have faith in the path. No matter how uncertain life feels, the next step will always reveal itself if you keep moving forward. When fear arises, repeat this to yourself. I trust my path. Maybe you don't know what's on the other side of your decision, but trust that you'll handle it. Think about this. Has fear ever stopped the sun from rising? No. And it won't stop your life from unfolding either, bringing it all together. So, here's what I want you to take away from this. Fear isn't your enemy. It's a teacher. It's here to show you where you need to grow. Speak these 6 truths to yourself every day. My fear is temporary. It will pass. I let go of what I can't control. I am safe in this moment. I approach myself with kindness. I take small steps, even when I'm scared. I trust my path. The next time fear tries to stop you, don't run from it. Face it. Speak to it. Move through it. You are stronger than you think, braver than you feel, and more capable than you realize. Life isn't waiting for you to be fearless. It's waiting for you to take that first step. So, what's the one thing you've been afraid to do? Start now. Not tomorrow, not someday, right now. You've got this, and I'm right here cheering you on. Let's face our fears together and change our lives. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.